So I was looking at my tank. I got this weird stuff down here. I don't know what the heck that is. My snails have been hanging around in that corner for like a week, and now there's this. That doesn't look like snail egg. Looks like sponge, kind of. I don't know what the heck would be growing down there. That's crazy. Because see, that's the only part I wasn't scrubbing. Because see, the whole front I messed with, except that corner too, because they were hanging out in that corner. Also, look at how much that's grown in 2 days. And look at how much this has grown in just like 4 days. It's crazy. They're growing pretty quick. But yeah, that I can't see it all that well. I got some flow in the tank now because I finally built a makeshift snail guard here to keep them from going in the drain. But this, I'll have to keep an eye on it. I want to touch it, but I want to see what it is also. So I think I won't touch it. If these are snail eggs, that's incredible though. Because these are banded trochus snails. And these are some of the most expensive and some of the hardest to get. If I had baby trochus snails, that'd be legit. That'd be so good. But I'm already speaking too soon. The most important thing is that all 9 of them are still alive. The only one that died was the one on the first day. And you can see they're making their way through this algae. And we are not getting much regrowth. Not much at all. Because this macroalgae is just taking off. So that's probably sucking up the excess nutrient that the film algae would need to grow. Apparently the simpler algae grow faster and take up nutrients quicker, but that also is going to mean that they're not going to be able to grow at all if some of these bigger algae are taking up nutrients first. I think. I don't know. Makes sense to me. But anyway, got the tank back on finally. I got that zip tied up so that hopefully the siphon will break when I turn off the pump. This tank has just been sitting for the past few days. And so it's been really cold, so I stuck my broken super hot heater in there to warm it up quickly, and that worked really well. So not always necessary to throw away a broken heater. Sometimes something really hot will be beneficial to have. So I did a little research online. It said trochus snails broadcast spawn. They don't lay eggs. These really look like eggs though. I mean, look at that. That's gotta be eggs. Maybe they only broadcast spawn in that other guy's tank because he had the flow whipping around. I mean, I don't have much flow in this tank right now. Yeah, those gotta be eggs. Looking at it closer. It's so small, I have to use the video to see the size. I have to use that to see closer. Yeah, those are eggs. Nice. That's perfect cuts. because I have no predators in here. The only thing I got are snails. That's it. And I don't have power heads that they can get stuck in. I've got one small return pump right here. And that can easily be, turned off or run infrequently. Oh, this is good. Well, hopefully they make it. I'll try to... I really got to keep up the salinity, though. I wonder what caused it, though. I really do. Because my salinity has been up for the past couple days because I haven't been able to top off. It was up at like 42 parts per thousand, which is like 1.031, 1.03 for those of you who use the specific gravity scale. Don't know what did it. I don't think it was the temperature. Temperature stayed constant, but the salinity went up. And then yesterday, well, for 2 days I've been bringing the salinity back down slowly. Well, hopefully they hatch. That'd be great. The snails have been crawling along the edge here. Not exactly sure why. But here's an update on the sides. We've got less and less algae to go around, and I'm getting more and more concerned. So I'm probably going to have to increase nutrients in the tank so that we can get some more nuisance algae growth. One thing that is very interesting to note, though, is that at this concentration of waste, 5 parts per million nitrate and 0.5 or 0.6 parts per million phosphate, we're getting almost no slime algae growth. But the macroalgae is growing very well. Now, I know from scientific training that, and just from life in general, correlation does not equal causation. So I don't know for sure that this concentration of waste is non-conducive to slime algae growth and is conducive to macroalgae growth. We would have to do several more setups and mirror this same process to see if we get the same result. However, I would like to say that most of the people with those concentrations of nutrient don't seem to get nearly as much algae growth on their glass. And I've gotten almost none, as you can see. The front glass is still clear. I don't remember when I wiped it, maybe a couple days ago. And then I've gotten no new growth over on either of those sides. The back doesn't have much growth. It's not very significant. Are these doing any better? I don't know. Do not know. I tried to feed them today. They were very unhappy after I scrubbed them. I guess I can see a little bit of algae. So there is some growing at this concentration. There is some, but it's very little. Just an interesting thought. I was thinking that maybe I would have to increase feeding of this tank, but I don't know. Maybe that's not necessary after all. He's going somewhere. I was thinking maybe the macroalgae, even as little as it is, might be sucking up too much of the growth material for the rest of the algae in the system, but I don't know. That doesn't seem to be quite the case, so we'll just keep doing some daily updates. Just watch the tank. Watch your tank, you'll learn. It's very important to watch your tank and keep your finger on the pulse. It's the only way you're going to learn and notice patterns and figure out what your tank likes and doesn't like, and what your animals do and don't like, because even zoanthids and paleothoas in the same sort of family or same category have different requirements. And that's the same of most life. A lot of things have different requirements. So you just got to watch, learn your tank. That's how you'll learn and grow.